Hey everybody, Matt Official Studios here. Today is another trailer breakdown for the official trailer for A Working Man from Amazon MGM Studios. This trailer was released 3 days ago. It's 3 days ago? Wow. That is way more fresh than I thought it was. I thought this trailer released like 3 weeks ago or something. My goodness. Well, I'm excited for this film. First off, because it has Jason Statham. Second off, it also has not David. Why do I keep saying everything wrong? Because I can't English. It also has David Harbour, apparently, from Stranger Things, is what he's biggest for. That's pretty good, but that's not the second off. I like that he's in the movie. The second off is that this movie is from the same director as The Suicide Squad and The Beekeeper, which also had Jason Statham. He wasn't in Suicide Squad, he was in Beekeeper. Same director for both those films directed this one. And also because it has a similar theme that The Beekeeper had. The Beekeeper was about Jason Statham playing a character named Adam Clay, who took down these phishing scammers that were destroying people entirely, and he took them all down lickety-split, like a snap of the fingers, and it was so good. I've seen the movie like 5 times. My dad has seen it with me once. We both loved it. I own it on Prime. It's such a good film, and I'm going to do my review of that. In this trailer, this movie, I can tell it has a similar message that The Beekeeper has. This is actually, I feel like, kind of almost a remake or a continuation of the Taken trilogy. I've seen all 3 Taken movies with Liam Neeson, and keep in mind they're not for kids because, well, the first film is about human trafficking. The second film is his wife getting taken and having to rescue her. These are all spoilers. And the third film is trying to keep his daughter safe after his wife is killed and he's framed for it, stuff like that. The first Taken is the best one, in all honesty. And I'll do my review on each of those films. But the first Taken is actually about human trafficking. Taken 2 and 3 aren't so much about human trafficking as they are about basic kidnapping, basically. Taken is about human trafficking, Taken 2 is about kidnapping, and Taken 3 is about keeping his daughter safe after his wife's been murdered. The first Taken specifically is about human trafficking, and I feel like it looks like this movie is kind of carrying that on, because this movie is also about human trafficking and Jason having to come in and save the day, and it's called A Working Man because he's just an ordinary working man, supposedly. I feel like he has some copper military history that'll creep up in the actual movie when it releases. But I feel like he's a regular working man who steps in and saves this family's daughter from human traffickers. That's the plot line. That's the goal. So I'm really excited because Liam Neeson's been in Hollywood for a really long time. The man is nearing retirement. He's getting a little older, and he is bound to, he's bound to pack it in at some point. No one could ever replace Liam Neeson. We all love him to death. No one could ever replace him. No one could ever dethrone him. But the man's been around for a while. He's getting a little bit older. He won't be able to make movies forever. So someone's got to take his place to fulfill his legacy as an action actor and kind of continue his work. And I feel like Jason Statham is really perfectly carrying that on so far with the movies he's done. And I wouldn't rather anyone else do it. I'm already a fan of Jason Statham as an actor and the movies he's made, so I'm really glad he's kind of he's carrying on the Neeson legacy with these films he's doing. So, without any more talking, let's just play the trailer, and I'll give I've already seen this trailer twice now because I showed it to my dad and brother, and I watched it last night. So I'll play the trailer once so y'all can see it with no pausing, and then I'll break it down piece by piece as best I can. Then I'll give any other feedback I have, and that'll be the way of the flow.
So listen, today's gonna be hard. Let's all go home with the same amount of fingers that we came with. Let's get it. When my wife passed and I left the Royal Marines, a lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job. You were patient with me. You, Carla, Jenny, you're my family.
Excuse me, it's not your business.
I'm good, boss.
Levin, was that some military
Hey, you didn't see anything.
Just get my back if I ever need it.
Jenny's missing.
She went out with her friends on Friday.
The police don't have the resources to work these cases. They take a report and forget about it.
Please, find our daughter. Where's the girl?
You a cop?
You wish I was a cop.
Yo, these guys are next level.
Look at those bricks. You ain't a cop. You're a working man.
That's right. Let's play. This isn't just some kidnapping. This is human trafficking. Remember Gunny?
Your blind ward buddy that doesn't know he's blind?
That's the one. You shot a foot to the left, I'll be dead.
I wanted you dead, you'd be dead. I will be your weapon sommelier for this evening. This is the real beast here. M14, pulled direct from Saddam's palace. Then I added a Bluetooth scope.
Where is she?
There's a special place, high rollers only. They can do anything as long as they pay.
Gangs, the mob, corrupt government officials, they're all involved in human trafficking. You're in the payroll too.
You killed your way into this. You're gonna have to kill your way out of it.
Food as much.
All of this is for a girl.
I'm not stopping until I bring her home.
That's for slapping that woman.
That woman was my wife. That's for slapping your wife.
Who are you? What are you?
Oh gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, before I freak out too much, let's replay the trailer, and I'll break down every piece that I can.
So listen, today's gonna be hard. Let's all go home with the same amount of fingers that we came with.
So that part right there, it looks like he's kind of the leader of this whole group here, kind of the leader man. But that's so on point because with their line of work, it's possible to lose fingers. So he's like, let's all leave with the same amount of fingers we came with. That's perfect.
Get it.
And if I'm correct, MGM is the same studio behind From, this horror show that my sister Brittany is so obsessed with, and I know why. I think so. That's cool.
My wife passed, and I left the Royal Marines.
I didn't know they were a part of Amazon.
A lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job. You were patient with me. You, Carla, Jenny, you're my family.
That's really sweet right there. He was in the Marines, and after did he say he left the Marines? Hold up. Let's backtrack just a little bit.
When my wife passed, and I left the Royal Marines.
So when his wife passed and he left the Marines, his life was in shambles and people were getting up on him, and
A lot of people would have given up on me. You gave me a job.
This man and his wife and daughter gave him a job and a life and helped him get back on his feet again, and he considers them family because they are his family. That's really sweet. I love that. And also, I recognize this man. Can't remember his actual name, but he was in Ant-Man. He was in Ant-Man 1 and Ant-Man 2. So go and look up his name in that cast and see what character he did. But he's been in a lot of movies before, so I love that he's in this too.
You were patient with me. You, Carla, Jenny, you're my family.
Excuse me, it's not your business.
I thought that was the same man he was just talking about getting beat up, and then I saw that he wasn't, but he's someone on the construction force that's getting beat up by whoever these guys are.
I'm good, boss.
No, you're not good. First off, I thought he was about to chop into somebody's chest or something. I'm glad I mean, if I saw that, I wouldn't freak out, but I'm glad I didn't have to see that, because I can only take so much violence. There's going to be a lot of violence in this movie, and I'm aware of that. I like that he just chopped right next to him into this like bag of sand. But again, this is the best thing that all good film trailers do, specifically with action movie trailers. All of the different body movements in the trailer are synced up with the percussion and beat of the music in the trailer. So just listen to the music closely and watch all his movements. And I need to take a swig of water. Hydrate or dihydrate, kids. That's the rule.
Excuse me, it's not your business.
I'm good, boss.
11.
I love how all of that is so synced up.
Was that some military
Hey, you didn't see anything.
That's why I'm certain that his character has... Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, so he used to be in the Marines. And after he left the Marines, he's on a construction crew now. On a construction ground. So he does have military background. Okay, that's really obvious. I forgot he said that in the trailer. But yeah, she's asking, is that some military stuff back there? And he's like, hey, you didn't see anything. I knew it. He has military background.
Just get my back if I ever need it.
Haha, she doesn't even question it. She's like, just get my back if I ever need it. And then leaves it alone. And she's so pretty. She's genuinely so pretty.
Jenny's missing.
She went out with her friends on Friday.
First off, how is a human trafficker so conveniently there at a party? First off, plots like these don't give me an extreme sense of paranoia. I'm not scared that if I go out to a party or some big event that I'll be kidnapped or whatever. Like, I know that's possible. That does happen in real life. I'm not denying that. But like right now, I don't feel terrified that if I went out to a party or a gathering that the same exact horrible thing would happen to me. I'm not terrified that that's going to happen. It could happen in theory. I'm not so horrified it'll happen that I'm just going to stay in my house all day. But how is he so conveniently right there at a party just waiting to kidnap someone? Gosh. Well, you know, it's like the fact that human trafficking exists is so extremely unfortunate, and we're all praying for those that get, you know, sucked into that cycle, because human trafficking is horrifying and only exists because of criminals who are hopefully getting locked up, and a lot of really, really, really horrible decisions that go underlooked, but it sucks that it's a thing. And also, look at how...
Out with her friends on Friday.
Look at how pretty she is. This is the thing about human trafficking, if you look at the photos of anybody who's been caught in human trafficking, they're attractive looking people. They're genuinely attractive looking people. I don't know how many men are kidnapped by human traffickers. I don't know the rate on this at all. I don't know the percentage on this. I'd have to look it up. I have no idea how many men are kidnapped by human traffickers, but I assume it's happened before with men as well. But all the women and girls that get kidnapped by human traffickers, it's bad that that's happening. Like, their attractiveness is not condoning the kidnapping, but that's part of why they're kidnapped, because like they're genuinely attractive. Like, they're genuinely pretty, they're genuinely very beautiful and attractive, and that's, you know, that's pulling in a lot of eyes, obviously, and criminals and bad people who have no self-control, who are completely mentally ill, and who are locked up, use that attractiveness as an excuse to take advantage of those people. So that's basically what happens. This is why I texted my friend Tammy yesterday saying I can tell I have a father's heart because anytime I see little kids, my brain's first thought is adorable, protect them. And that is literally where my brain goes. I'm not kidding you. And she said, you also have a true man's heart because man was designed to protect. And that's true. Man was designed to protect. And it's not just when I see little kids. Like, there's just like certain people that I look at in a crowd. When I see little kids, especially little girls, when I see, very, beautiful young ladies walking by, my first thought is always, they're adorable, they're pretty, they're whatever, protect them. Like, I'm acknowledging their cuteness, their adorableness, their attractiveness, and then I'm thinking, protect them and defend them at all costs, whatever it takes. So it sucks that the attractiveness is part of the key in what results in this kidnapping. Again, the attractiveness is not condoning this kidnapping or this abuse in any way. But you can't really deny that pattern. If you look at actual real-life photos of people that have been kidnapped before by traffickers and such, you recognize that they're genuinely attractive-looking people. They're genuinely handsome, pretty-looking people, and that's a pattern that I've noticed. So this lady right here, a genuinely very, very pretty lady who's, kidnapped and is being used. So I wanted to point that out, that the attractiveness does play a part of it from what I've witnessed, but just sucks that that's a part of the pattern, but that's unfortunately how it works. But again, I look at a girl like that who's being used, and like Jason here, my instinct is to think, she's very, very beautiful, she's very, very pretty, protect her, defend her, whatever it takes.
The police don't have the resources to work these cases. They take a report and forget about it.
Please.
This is another... I feel like this is starting to concern me just a little bit. But you recognize how movies like these, they're not crapping on government, but they involve government in a very shady way. Like, they start talking about government and police officials and stuff, and just make them look like corrupt nobodies who don't give a damn about what's happening. And my thought is this a sign that the world is still losing hope, has been losing hope and faith in the government system in our society? I mean, like, not everyone in the government is perfect. People involved in the government and special forces and the police force and, all of that kind of, like, real serious stuff, I don't deny there's folks involved in those forces and in those positions that are corrupt. That definitely can be the case sometimes. I'm not denying that. But not everyone in that force is corrupt. Some of those folks are really hardworking people that deserve respect for what they do because they're genuinely good people. So it's not upsetting me that they're referring to government officials as shady people or anything, because again, there are some people in government and in special forces out there that are, bad people. At least in theory, I don't deny that could be the case. But it's got me thinking, are these movies that are kind of crapping on governments in a way, is this just a sign that the world just keeps losing faith and hope in like police force and government and stuff? If so, then that's actually kind of sad, because like, all my respects due to the police force and folks who give their lives for us. But I mean, in a way, it's sort of kind of shedding light on the folks in those forces that are actually corrupt people, and I like that. But it's like the only film I've watched that, that still involved a corrupt federal agent character. The film was Honest Thief, and like, the plot was Liam Neeson played a character who was a thief, but came clean, and it had a good ending and stuff. That's a film that I'll review in another video, but that still involved a corrupt FBI agent. So I'm starting to ask questions now, but well, yeah, at the end of the day, we remember 3 things. 1, it's still just a movie that, that has some truth to it, that has some point. 2, there are good people in these important forces, and there's bad people in those important forces. There's good and bad people in every sense that you get yourself involved in. That's just how life works. And 3, we pray for both. We pray that the good people in those forces keep doing the good work that they are being paid to do, the good work that they do for our benefit. And we pray for the bad ones, that they get better and turn over a new leaf, or just that, that God gives them what they need, that God will wake them the hell up. So, but I wonder if that's something that police actually do, is when they receive reports on this stuff, they just toss it to the side and forget about it. I can't say for sure that's what police actually do, because I have no idea. But after watching this trailer, as I was in my shower this morning, I thought, what if I personally interviewed a police officer, and nothing that I would publish or whatever, just to remain respectful. But I thought in my shower this morning, what if I interviewed an actual police officer and confidentially recorded it for record-keeping purposes, just so I didn't have to write a bunch of stuff down, and very respectfully ask him if any of the stuff is actually a thing. Because when it comes to Hollywood, it's often BS that they rig for a movie script. But it's got me thinking, do police actually do that? But I'm not sure if they do. I can't say for a fact if they do or not, but still a movie.
Find our daughter. Where's the girl?
You a cop?
You wish I was a cop.
That's the best line ever. You a cop? You wish I was a cop. Perfect line.
Yo, these guys are next level.
You wish I was a cop, as in, if I was a cop, it would be better for you. But, you only wish I was a cop. I'm not a cop. I'm your worst nightmare.
You wish I was a cop.
Yo, these guys are next level.
Look at those bricks. You ain't a cop. You're a working man.
That's right. Let's play.
That's the thing I love about Jason's character. He's just so chill and nonchalant about everything. Am I using that word right? Nonchalant? I don't know if I am. He's so chill and suave about everything. The guy exposes him out in front saying, "You're not a cop. You're a working man. You're a regular working man." And Jason's like, "That's right. Let's play." Gosh dang. And again, this part right here, that's, again, synced up with the music. I was kind of synced up with the music, but same difference.
This isn't just some.
And again, more text like this. More text like that. From the director of Suicide Squad. Again, to, for those who know the Suicide Squad movie and have watched it and stuff, they're like, "Oh, this is from the director of Suicide Squad? Oh, then it must be a great film." To get that image in your head, so you go watch it.
This isn't just some kidnapping. This is human trafficking.
Very similar line was in The Beekeeper. At least the trailer of The Beekeeper, where he said, "This is way more than a little phishing scam," because that movie was about exposing folks that were scamming people, and when it involves his own family, he takes them all down because, it is phishing scams, but it's gone beyond that, and he's setting it right. Similar situation right here. He says, this isn't just any kidnapping. This is human trafficking. Because kidnapping is one thing, and that's not good. That's bad enough in and of itself. Human trafficking is a whole nother level. A terrible level.
This isn't just some kidnapping. This is human trafficking.
And The Beekeeper, so from the director of Suicide Squad, and The Beekeeper, I knew I was about to see that on screen. When I was watching this trailer last night, I'm like, I knew I was going to see that on screen from the same director as The Beekeeper. That's really cool that the director of Beekeeper also directed The Suicide Squad. No wonder they're both such good films.
Remember Gunny?
Your blind war buddy that doesn't know he's blind?
Your blind war buddy who doesn't know he's blind. That's perfect.
That's the one.
You shot a foot to the left, I'll be dead.
I wanted you dead, you'd be dead.
That's David Harbour right there, playing that character. After seeing his name on the cast list, I can tell that's him now. I don't know why I couldn't tell that before, especially from the sound of his voice. Guy's like, "If I wanted you dead, you'd be dead." Hey, that's factual. That's some of the best lines you hear in movies and TV is, "If I wanted to kill you, I'd have killed you."
I will be your weapon sommelier for this evening. This is the real beast here.
You can tell he's just so excited about all of this.
M14, pulled direct from Saddam's palace. Then I added a Bluetooth scope.
Never seen a Bluetooth scope on a gun before. I guess that helps him kill better.
Where is she?
There's a special place, high rollers only. They can do anything as long as they pay.
Because money just gets you everything you want. No, money doesn't get you everything in life. But in this situation, it clearly gets you whatever you want. They'll do whatever you want them to do as long as you pay them.
Gangs, the mob.
I gotta say, it's just, the sight of that truly horrifies me. Like a girl tied up in a room because she's being used as a sex toy, basically. That's how human trafficking works. The people who are kidnapped are used as sex toys for bad pleasure, is what trafficking is. And just seeing people tied up like that because they're in a kidnapping situation, it horrifies me every time to see that, because I can only imagine what awful things are happening to them, and it shatters my heart completely. But Jason's coming in to set things right, and that makes it better.
Corrupt government officials, they're all involved in human trafficking. Gangs, the mob, corrupt government officials, they're all involved in human trafficking.
That was really well synced up with the music. Listen closely.
Anything as long as they pay.
Gangs, the mob, corrupt government officials, they're all involved in human trafficking.
Drop right after he says that.
You're in the payroll too.
You ki-
Damn. A shot right there of a corrupt cop. He's like, you in the payroll too, as in, are you caught up in this shady stuff? You one of them who just turns a blind eye? She just hits him with the gun, as in, yep, but I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Gosh, I'm sure he takes her down later as well.
Killed your way into this. You're gonna have to kill your way out of it.
You killed your way into this, you're gonna kill your way out of it. This guy's just standing on top of him, and he's like, screw this, and just beats him down. And let's see if I can find the tempo on this.
You killed your way into this. You're gonna have to kill your way out of it.
Food as much.
Oh, I just love how all of that is synced so well with the tempo of the beat of the trailer. But I love clips like that in trailers so much, where you notice it gets more intense as it goes on. Like the first couple scenes that involve beating people up, it's like kind of mild compared to the end, where it's like really getting deadly, physically violent, because his frickin' car is rolling over and he's just coming in, rolling with the, coming in with the punches.
You're gonna have to kill your way out of it.
Food
Again, the next Liam Neeson.
as much.
That was another good sync up with the music. See. Right as that beat drops, text on screen, Jason Statham saying this movie stars Jason Statham again, getting you to watch the movie because anyone who loves Jason Statham is familiar with his work. They're like, oh, yeah, Jason Statham's in this film? I love other films he's done. I gotta see this as well. It's good because it has him in it, because he's a great actor. And I'm not just saying that as a theoretical statement. That's actually factual because Jason Statham's a terrific actor. But what I love most about Liam Neeson's films is, and I told Tammy this as well, I've not seen a single Liam Neeson film that didn't have a good outcome. Where, I've not seen a single Liam Neeson film where good didn't overcome evil. If there's a single Liam Neeson film out there where good did not overcome evil, I haven't seen it, but I really doubt that's the case because I've seen a lot of Liam Neeson films now. Every single Liam Neeson film I've watched thus far, and I have plenty more to watch, good has overcome evil. Because you just, like, his action movies are better than most action movies because you know there's going to be a good outcome. And it gives you hope. I love it. And I know they rigged the script to make it work that way, but again, it's the sentiment, it's the message that counts. Unless it's based on a true story. Unless the film is based on a true story, then they can't really rig the script because it has to be accurate to the actual story as much as possible. Yeah, that's definitely how that works.
All of this is for a girl.
Yeah, all of it is for a girl. You got a problem with that? You think girls are worthless? Then you're worthless in that case. He's mocking him like, all of this for a girl? Just a girl? And he's going like, yeah. I'm not... Well, he's about to say it right here, but... Gosh. All of this for a girl. That's a perfect line. As in, you're wasting your time trying to save just this one particular girl, where she ain't no one particular girl. She's his family. And that line right there just shows you how bad he is, because he clearly doesn't give a damn.
All of this is for a girl.
I'm not stopping until I bring her home.
That's for slapping that woman.
That woman was my wife.
I love how that beat was so perfectly timed with the face slap, but...
That's for slapping your wife.
Slapping your wife. You got some real issues there. And I love that. He's like, that woman was my wife. And he's like, that's for slapping your wife.
It's for a girl.
I'm not stopping until I bring her home.
That's for slapping that woman.
That woman was my wife. That's for slapping your wife.
Who are you?
hanging on the ledge of the pool by the chair legs. Because you can tell what's about to happen. You're like, is he about to cut the rope? Is he about to let him fall in? Yes, he is.
What are you?
I have a feeling that he stays in the pool and just drowns and dies in there. That's what I'm expecting to happen. I don't see Jason pulling him out of there. But he's like, who are you? What are you? To build up the suspense. Oh my gosh. And earlier he's like, I'm not stopping till I'm bringing her home. Which is the perfect response because he's like, all of this is for a girl. I'm not stopping till I'm bringing her home. Yeah! I love it. I love the way that text works. Look at that. A, and then those lines kind of drooling across the screen in a way. Working pops on screen, and then man kind of slides on from the left. So you've got because A is already on screen, then working just pops on, just pops out of the shadows, and then man kind of slides on from the left. I like that. In theaters March 28th, and rated R, obviously, because of the violence. And then as the beat drops again, this text comes on screen. Okay, now I've broken down everything. But gosh, I really truly believe that Jason Statham is carrying on the Neeson legacy with these films, the next Liam Neeson for these action films, and I hope to God that he keeps doing more of them. I'm sure he will. But goodness. I'm so excited for this. March 28th, A Working Man, coming to theaters near you. I'm gonna go see this on opening night. I'm gonna my dad's gonna see it with me, and I'm pretty sure my brother will see it as well. We'll see how he feels when we get to the actual opening date. He showed some interest. I'll definitely be seeing it with my dad. I'll theoretically see it with my brother, but yeah, A Working Man out in theaters March 28th. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's always so fun to break down these trailers, and you know, trailer breakdowns are something different because I've got to watch the trailer in advance to see what I can break down. I can't break down a trailer the way I did just now at first sight. Well, I could, but it's easier when I'm already familiar with it, so it's like more natural and just kind of happens because most trailer reactions, I think every trailer breakdown that I've done was recorded after I'd seen the trailer at least twice, maybe 3 times. I know for the Afraid movie trailer, I'd already seen the trailer once before breaking it down. So, there you go. Yeah, I love doing these trailer breakdowns because I've got to watch it in advance and then react to it and break it down for y'all. But that's all I have. So, thanks for watching, and you'll hear my... I'm glad that I don't cut this footage anymore so you can see me embarrass myself as I stumble my words. Y'all will hear my review of this film when it's out in theaters, so that's it. See ya.